Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Today we will talk about the pancreas. This group is made of the following medical students from the Universidad del Valle: Laura Abigail Huarachi Llanos, Gustavo Venegas Rollano, Paolo André Tapia Soto, Luis Alberto Patiño Rojas. Without more to say, we start with the presentation.
The pancreas is an accessory digest gland located retroperitoneally, covering and transversely crossing the vertebrae of L1 and L2 and the level of the transpyloric plane on the posterior wall of the abdomen. Posterior to the stomach, between the duodenum on the right and the spleen on the left, the transverse mesocolon is inserted along its leading edge. This was acute pancreatitis, inflammation on the pancreas, secretions on the pancreas are reversible, flowing inward and causing damage to the disease. If it is not treated on time, it can be fatal. Chronic pancreatitis, chronic pancreas inflammation, chronic abdominal pain. These can lead to decreased pancreatic enzymes and can lead to pancreatic insufficiency, bacterial infection, and type 2 diabetes mellitus, hereditary chronic pancreatitis, serious progressive disorder causing chronic pain, diarrhea, malnutrition, and diabetes, endocrine pancreatitis, insufficiency, inability on the pancreas synthesize the enzymes necessary for the proper digestion of food and can be irreversible or reversible. Diabetes, metabolism disorders due to high blood glucose concentration. Pancreatic cancer, abnormal mass on the tissue that spreads rapidly to the organs. Cystic fibrosis. Systemic disease of the mucus and sweat glands. Pancreatic cysts. Sex and fluid on the pancreas that are usually benign, but unruptured can cause peritonitis.
Portions of the pancreas: head, widened portion to the right of the upper mesenteric higher and giving a lower projection, which is the encephalic process. Neck is short and is over the upper mesenteric higher. On its later phase is where the higher mesenteric vein joins the splenic vein, forming the hepatic portal vein. Body located to the left, the higher mesenteric vein and artery. Tail is mobile and is before the left kidney next to the splenic.
Functions: exocrine secretion given by the pancreatic juice of the acinar cells and excreted in the duodenum thanks to the pancreatic ducts. Endocrine secretion such as glucagon and insulin from the pancreatic islet that pass into the blood. Innervation of the pancreas. Innervations come from the vagus nerves and splenic nerves. The former conduct the impulse that control exocrine secretion, while the latter condition the sensitive dopamine solar plexus. Its carry sympathetic and parasympathetic innervations forming perilobular and periacinus plexuses. Pancreas irrigation 1. It has a complex irrigation from the abdominal aorta. Head is supplied by the anterior and posterior anastomose flange of the inferior and superior pancreatic duodenal arteries. 2. The superior pancreatic duodenal artery comes from the gastroduodenal which in turn is branch of the common hepatic artery, branch of the celiac trunk of the abdominal aorta. The inferior pancreatic duodenal artery originates from the superior mesenteric artery, another branch of the abdominal aorta. 3. Superior mesenteric artery, hepatic artery, superior pancreatic duodenal artery, inferior pancreatic duodenal artery. 4. Neck, body, and tail have superior and inferior irrigation. The upper one from the splenic artery, from the celiac trunk, which on its way to the spleen gives multiple branches for the pancreas that anastomose with the lower blood supply to the pancreas. The lower one is given thanks to the dorsal pancreatic branch of the splenic artery that when anastomose with part of the inferior pancreatic duodenal, it generates the inferior transverse pancreatic artery. 5. Veins, they end in the superior mesenteric and splenic veins, and other directly in the trunk of the portal vein. 6. Superior mesenteric vein, splenic vein, portal vein, grand pancreatic vein.
Closing and recommendations. Conclusions. Pancreas is the result of the organ self-digestion, secreting insulin directly into the blood through the island of Langerhans. Secreting simulates the secretions of large amount of bicarbonate ions. Recommendations. Among the best foods for pancreas care are artichoke, celery, onion and rich cranberry juice. Eat fruits and vegetables to get necessary vitamins and minerals, if necessary and preferably with the supervision of a health specialist. Take an orderly and regular multivitamin supplement. Consume plant foods such as whole grain, fruits, vegetables, and legumes if you are vegetarian. Consume cruciferous vegetables such as broccoli, cauliflower, cabbage, watercress or cabbage, and Brussels sprouts. Include at least 2 liters of pure water in your daily diet. Reduce the consumption of red meat. Eat chicken, fish, turkey, and also legumes such as beans, lentils, beans, and soybeans, preferably organic. Avoid the abundant consumption of very fatty meats, butter, sugar, alcohol, and tobacco. Try not to smoke or consume alcohol in excess. Maximum 1 beer or 1 glass of wine in a day, if not contraindicated by your doctor. Do not eat large amounts of food, and reduce to the maximum those that are greasy. Try to prevent diabetes because if you suffer from it, you have a